Well, it's Monday morning and no surprise, it's windy again. I've been having a look round garden this morning. I've noticed we've got a little progress on one plant in particular. I'll show you what that is. That's a raised bed. We've got a few pepper plants in here, but there's one in particular, which is this one, which has now got a pepper growing on it. And considering these plants are outside, that's good news, because normally you grow peppers in a greenhouse. We've also been adding string to this obelix as well, and now these peas are getting old with those little tendrils so they can carry on climbing right at top. Just gives them an helping hand. And we've got more flowers on these tumbling toms as well, and this next one to it is also starting to get some flowers, so it's good to see we're starting to get some progress on those peppers. And if you've not already started sowing peppers, it is a bit late to start now, because they take quite a long time to grow and they need a very long growing season. But we start ours right at the beginning of the year, and as a result of that we've got quite good sized plants already, and now we're starting to get some peppers growing, so fingers crossed we're going to get quite a few more this year. And apart from that update, I'm going to start and pot on some things into bigger containers so we can get everything growing as fast as possible. There is one other thing that I've noticed this morning, and that's on this blueberry plant behind me. It's been flowering for quite a while, but now we've got blueberries growing, and there's quite a lot on this plant as well. They're all over the place, so that's brilliant. That was a very small plant we bought for I think £2.99 only a year or so ago, and it's come on really well. So it looks like we're going to get quite a lot of blueberries this season too. And I've noticed these potato plants are now starting to flower as well. They're rocket first earlies. And usually when you see a potato plant flowering, it's because it's growing potatoes. So another bit of good news for us. So I've just took some of these containers and drilled those all important holes at the bottom. So now we're going to get something potted on into these bigger containers. Since these pepper plants seem to be doing quite well, I think we'll move a couple of these from these 2-litre pots into those 10-litre pots and hopefully encourage quicker growth. So as always, I'm just going to part fill this container, and then we'll get that plant in and we'll get it seated properly. We'll get some fish blood and bone in there as well. About an handful went in there. After a quick mix, we can get this plant out and have a look, see what root system's like. But this one has also got flowers growing on it, tiny little peppers as well. So no problems with roots at all. So that can go straight in. I am going to knock a little compost off at the bottom of this so we can seat it a bit lower. And then push it down, central it, and as quick as that plant's been moved on. Now we just need to fill around it. So I filled that to the top, and then I'm going to compress it down a little bit. Peppers like a nice firm growing base. So that's one of those plants done in just a couple of minutes, and then we'll just repeat that process. And we'll check this plant as well. And this one has got a few roots, so again, framing that plant in there, centralising it, and then backfill. That's all we need to do. That plant can now get that extra feed and put on more growth. I've also got some celery plants left as well, and they're in these little cells. They're not going to do much at all in there, and they could get root bound as well. can see that that one is in desperate need of being moved. So while we're at it, we might as well get these put into one of those long troughs. There's only a few left, so we're going to put them all in and see if we can get anything at all out of it. So another quick job this morning. That's what I plan on doing all day long, moving things on. Again, lots of roots. Normally we'd allow these plants a bit more room than this, but I want to see if we can just get some small sticks of celery out of this. I'm just spacing them out in advance. Something like that. They don't need to be perfect. And we'll just make a hole and drop those in. And this container has been filled, same as the pepper ones. And we added that fish blood and bone to it as well. That's his last one in. As quick as that, we've got another container set up. For this next container, we're going to add more colour to this caravan container garden. So a nice mix of colour going into this one. Once again, those nice deep bowls. We'll get these begonias out. Because they're also definitely ready. So I'm just going to quickly rough that up and get these in. We'll pop one of those at each end. Just going to leave a little bit of room in between them, not too much. And we'll add a different coloured one this time. And again, one at that side. Then I'm going to add a deeper red one. And now we've got another colourful planter on its way, and loads more to make a few more. So that's another quick and very worthwhile job to do on a Monday morning. A couple of peppers potted on into bigger containers. We've noticed we have got peppers on way, we've got blueberries on way, and we've got potatoes on way. And that's pretty much all the encouragement I need to start growing even more things, so we can maximise the produce from this caravan container garden. And thank you so much to his latest donator. As always, massively appreciated, and we'll get that put back into this channel. So thank you very much to Paul Braithwaite for your generosity. So having done a couple of plants this morning, I'm going to crack on and get some more done, and maybe nip and get some more pots, so anything that isn't quite small pots can now be moved into the final growing area. And that's a very worthwhile job for a Monday morning.